making noises.
There we are.
All right.
Well, happy, what day is this? Monday. We talked about how we do this every Monday and we look so
Monday,
forward. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what day is this?
Honestly, I think that they tend to run into each other. Don't you think, Mary Grace? I mean,
Yes.
we just tend to run into each other. Okay, so we're
Yes.
streaming live on the business page. We are streaming live on the group. Oh, this is
Yay, you did
exciting.
it.
Okay,
Hi, everybody.
let me do one more
Whoever
thing
is
here.
watching.
Go ahead. So, Mary Grace,
We start to see the comments come through in a little bit. So I was watching my grandchildren all day. Really more than that since last night, unexpectedly, and had them overnight and then all day today. And it's a 2-year-old and a 7-month-old. So it isn't like, you know, it's a lot for me as to be an older. But I was thinking I've had this jeans and t-shirt combo on all day just for easiness. And I just added some jewelry. And admittedly, I don't look the best, but it's amazing what just adding a little bit of jewelry can do for a plain gray t-shirt. So
I think you look fantastic. I think you look fantastic. That's the beauty of it, though, right? That's the beauty of our brand is the fact that we can literally just pop it on and get moving. So I always feel like with a jeans and t-shirt, sometimes that's the easiest thing to style, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay,
you just have
to check one more place.
Yeah, couple shirts, couple different colored shirts, or just neutral color shirts, some jeans, plain black skirt. You go to Europe, and all your jewelry can go to Europe for a week and have everything.
And that's all you need. I mean, there are many influencers out there that will style a white t-shirt. Like that's one of the things they show you is how to style a white t-shirt. Because apparently sometimes that's very hard for people. So listen, if you are watching, do us a favor and drop a comment in the comments. Let us know you're here and go ahead and let us know who invited you tonight. Hey, Kayla, how are you? We're starting to see the comments coming through. Thank you for the likes, guys. We appreciate it. If you are watching this on our Grace and Grit Studio business page, you're going to want to go ahead and like the page, first of all, and follow us. You're also going to want to click that little share button that is down here and share this on your page, because when you share this, we actually choose a winner from the shares, and that they also get some free jewelry. So tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing our executive company vice president, Mary Grace Lewandowski, and I get to ask her 4 simple questions that many people ask when they are interested in possibly becoming a Park Lane stylist or just having a side gig or a side hustle, like a little online business or in-person business. What I ask of you is that you just listen to these 4 questions and how Mary Grace answers them, and think about if this is something that might fit into your lifestyle, or it might fit into the lifestyle of somebody you know. And we ask for that referral, because referrals in our business is a beautiful thing. Let's just say we love it. So, Mary Grace, how are you tonight? Are you doing okay? You're relaxing now. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? You're relaxing with the grandkids.
The jewelry gig is a piece of cake compared to the grandma gig. So yes, absolutely.
And I loved what you said to me before we went live. I'm going to share this. She said these type of lives don't make her nervous at all, because we do it so much and we talk about our jewelry and our business so much that it can just kind of roll off our tongues because we're very passionate about it. So this is something that I could probably not ask her these 4 questions and we could fill 30 minutes easily.
Absolutely.
So thank you for joining us, everyone. So, Mary Grace, let's start with the age-old question of why direct sales? Like, what is direct sales? I think we need to always, position ourselves first to explain what we do.
I do. I really do, because I just saw a quote the other day that said, "Don't take advice from people who haven't done what you want to do," or something like that. It was much more eloquent. But I thought that is so true, that in direct sales, so many people who've never done direct sales want to give you advice. And it's usually like things like, "Don't do it. I heard those are pyramid schemes," or whatever. And direct sales means direct to consumer. A pyramid scheme, I've never been part of one. I think I'd be aware. But they're illegal. And that's when people at the top are making money and people from the bottom are not. And I know that I just did someone's very first show with them, and they were pretty thrilled because they got a paycheck for like $400, $500, $600, something like that. And no one can ever take that away from them. So direct sales just means direct to consumer. You want to make sure that you don't have all these preconceived, incorrect ideas about what direct sales is. What I have found in my longevity here in direct sales, 25 something years, and I've done a lot of research, I've listened to a lot of different speakers and stuff. I think the beauty of it is really the flexibility. It's all of the benefits of running your own business, but without the overhead and without the risk. And a lot of people say they want to run their own business. My husband and I used to say that, but I don't think we ever would have had the courage to literally like put everything in monetarily into this other business. What we loved about direct sales was that we could continue living the life we were already living, and we could work the direct sales business around what we already had, around the hours that we had, around the decisions that we had made as far as like me being there for the kids and stuff. Even today, Janine, I was thinking how it was unexpected that I was going to have 2 little kids starting yesterday overnight and all the way till 6 o'clock tonight, literally like 3 minutes ago. Well, what other job? And
No
they
way.
were so incredibly grateful. They needed help so badly, and they were so incredibly grateful. I very often go into this story about this financial planner who discovered direct sales, but I don't even need to go into that story because I've already said that what he discovered is 99.9% of Americans live, and I don't love this, but the way he said it, not paycheck to paycheck. We say we live paycheck to paycheck, a lot of us, or did. No, it's beyond paycheck to paycheck. It's literally at the end of the month still having debt. And that's beyond paycheck to paycheck. Somehow trusting that someday we'll be able to pay it all off, or else somewhere else will. And it's like direct sales gives you the power to invest money every month if you need to make a decision to get out of debt and then invest money, to make a decision to take extra time and do your side gig and do it when you want, how you want, make how much money you want to make, when you want to make it. It gives you so many different powers that you wouldn't have based on the life that you're already leading. So it was very powerful to me. It did all those things for us.
I love how you answer that differently every single week, because there's so many facets to what direct sales is, but the biggest thing I always get from it is it's a very legitimate business to
Oh my gosh,
do
yes. Yes.
as a
They
part.
literally have a major at Harvard now on direct sales.
Isn't that amazing? I think
Mhm.
that's amazing. And
Mhm.
that's because it's that legitimate. So I just love that. And I think it's important to always open with that, because I think people always have that trepidation because they just
Yep.
don't understand what it is. So, okay, now that we know what direct sales is, how does jewelry fit into this? Why jewelry?
Well, there's lots of different products that you could pick. In fact, I see articles online when you Google, I'm thinking of getting in direct sales. What should I do? So one of the first things whoever the research, the experts that write the articles are, and they say, pick a product that you love, which I agree with. I think it really helps. It obviously comes through in what I do, but it wasn't my first choice. I mean, I didn't go with jewelry the first go around. I do want to mention that Park Lane is the only direct sales company that recognizes experience. I was a teacher, and they would recognize your years if you started out over someplace else. And before that, I sold steel, which everyone thinks is so funny. But when I was selling steel, when I would get transferred to another steel facility, I started at a level that was commensurate with what I had achieved at the other plants, right? Well, it's the same thing in direct sales. We deserve that respect and recognition that we have a certain set of skills. So after 12 years with a different company, which was more like a home, well, it was candles and yours was baskets, we came over to Park Lane. Neither of us had chosen jewelry to start with, but when I read that article about picking something that you love, what do you think would even be better, you guys? You obviously can't answer me, so I'm going to answer for you. Better than what you love is what almost everybody else loves, right?
Great.
And that you can love too, yeah, right? Because it's like, think about it. The market is so much bigger for jewelry than it is for baskets or candles. The demographic is so much larger. There's so many more reasons that even experts, which is actually what the Levines did when they started the company in 1955, they hired 3 different consultants to go out and come back with recommendations of what they should sell. All 3 came back with jewelry as number 1, which kind of caught the Levines off guard because that's not what they were thinking. And then they're
Right.
like, okay, defend your answers. Why? These are all the things I've experienced that I did not experience in candles, that you did not experience in baskets. And one is the broadness of our market. both men and women, and every single age is open to jewelry. Everybody wears or wants or buys gifts for people that are jewelry. It's one of the top three gifts in the world: candy, flowers, and
Mhm.
jewelry. It's not going anywhere soon. It withstands the test of time. It's been around since BC, 1000 BC, probably, right?
Mhm.
Forecasts and projections show that it's going to go up in the upcoming years. It withstands economic hard times. In fact, it's one of the only products that sales actually go up during economic hard times.
Yeah, that's
It's something that, like, we wear, and that is so beneficial to the salesperson, because not only do we wear our product and people compliment on us, and we can very easily segue into what we do and offer to be their liaison between Park Lane and themselves or whatever, but also, like, our customers wear our product and
yeah.
they get compliments. And what did you start this thing with? You started this thing, you might not even remember that you say it because it just rolls off your tongue, but referrals are a wonderful
Huge.
thing in this business. And I was thinking, not just in this business, even in every business, right? I mean, word of mouth is key. So
Yeah.
it's so easy for us to grow our business because people are out and about wearing it. It's, as a wrap, it's very inexpensive to ship and store.
That's true.
I think I can't imagine where you stored your baskets, but like
Oh,
my candle containers and stuff, we had a whole extra garage
I had a
just for
room.
that
Yep.
stuff. Used to
Mhm.
make my husband nuts, right? And here, like, we can store, well, you know how you store jewelry. So, and a lot of mine just stays in its little compartments and stuff in my trunk. If I want to run
Right.
out and show people jewelry, a bag the size of a purse goes over
Yep.
my shoulders with little, rolls of jewelry in it. So many advantages. I'm sure I've forgotten some of them, but those are biggies.
No, I think those are the big ones. What I find is that neither one of us started this whole endeavor thinking we were going to be jewelry people, you know, neither one of us. And it's just amazing when you see the amount of people that really do like jewelry. Like, it is not a small market of people. It is
No.
ageless, it is styleless, it is timeless. So I just find that to be fascinating with this
Yeah, I went
product.
to a show and it looked fun and I loved the product,
Yeah.
but I did not take into consideration any further of researching, like, well, what would be easier to sell? What would get me more,
Never,
more
me
sales?
either.
What would have a bigger market? So yeah, absolutely
And
wonderful.
how great is it that we do this Monday night call and talk about that? Because we have, on our team, in our organization alone, we have hundreds of years of experience of people
Yes.
that have literally done this job for other companies. And we all sit back and go, why didn't we think of this sooner? And you don't
I know.
think of that. You jump
And you
in
know
because you
what?
go to a party and you connected with the gal or the guy and you went, I could
Yeah,
do that. I mean,
yeah.
that's how it all starts all the
Yeah, and
time.
our CEO and owner, he said something, so, like, he says things off the cuff that, like, really reverberate
Really
with me.
good.
And one was, you people that did these other products, you are going to clean up here because you were able to do that. And he's right. It's like he's absolutely right.
So now that we know what direct sales is and how jewelry fits into that, how does Park Lane fit into that? Why Park Lane?
So there are people that are very analytical. You and I were talking about one of those such people today that provided this amazing training that we're putting on right now. And anyway, there's some people are super analytical, and they're really only about 3 to 10% of people in the world. So this won't apply to a lot of people that I'm talking to. However, it will influence you because it influenced me. There are people that literally get out very extensive spreadsheets and stuff, and they decide where they're going to go and why they're going to do that direct sales
Mhm.
company. Most of us didn't lead that way. We decided with based on what you just said, and they always choose Park Lane. And the reason is because the comparisons, there really are no comparisons. Nobody can come close to what we offer here with our programs. And I'm not saying that just as a Park Lane person. I'm saying that as the statistics show that we have the most generous programs in the industry. We have the most generous customer sale. So we love to be able to offer this sale of buy two for regular, get four for half to our customers. But that's just the
Mhm.
beginning of it, you guys. Yeah, it's super fun. I feel super generous. I get really excited that they're happy about it. But also, it's very easy to repeat. So just like people are out there wearing our jewelry, people are out there telling other people about our sale. This is all amazingly wonderful stuff for us. Not
Yeah.
only that, but because of how Park Lane sets up the sale, our average order, whereas my average order in my last company might have been $30, our average here across the board is over 100 because of the benefits that Park Lane offers to a customer for spending 100. So that translates into us having greater sales and greater paychecks, right? In
Right.
addition to that, we have the most generous host program in the world. Some people might not even know what that means because a lot of direct sales companies don't even offer a host program. But what happens is, like, when other people introduce us to their friends and family by having a little online get together or an in-person get together, or meeting us for coffee and bringing another person, Park Lane rewards those people for doing that for us, for sharing their friends. It's like their referrals. And they do it with free jewelry. And our average hostess gets anywhere from $300 to $1,000 in free and discounted jewelry. With
Insane.
my other company, after a really successful show where people spend hundreds of dollars in candles, my hostess, the best would be if they got $100 free.
Yep.
Here we
Yep.
go in knowing we can offer them at least 100. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, if those programs are the richest, guess what else is? Ours.
Everything.
The profit program for the consultants. Yeah, we have the highest paid consultant in the direct sales industry. We start our people at 30%. Those of us that promote to other levels or come in at stronger levels are all the way up to 50% commissions. We have weekly bonuses, monthly bonuses. We have a car. We have 2 trips a year. It's just absolutely phenomenal how much Park Lane does that it's almost like you feel like a one-upper after a while. Because if you're
Yeah.
comparing with someone, you don't mean to brag, but it's hard not to. Now,
Yeah.
as far as the jewelry itself, we have the broadest spectrum of
Full
jewelry.
service.
Everybody else has a niche market. Beautiful jewelry with other companies, some beautiful jewelry. People do Swarovski crystals, people do pearls, people do silver, people do charms, and the beautiful jewelry, but very limited in their market. Because if someone doesn't like pearls or doesn't like crystals or doesn't like charms, then you're kind of out of luck. But with Park Lane, we have the broad spectrum with something like 7 different trends or types of jewelry represented within our line.
Oh, that's good.
A capsule every single season. We drop a new capsule collection. We have 2 brand new huge lines every year, and we add jewelry every single month. Every single month.
I
So
know.
there
It's
is
insane.
never things that we can't, that there isn't something as the salespeople that we can't offer as new. It's definitely the place to be. I
Don't
probably
you think
forgot
that,
something
that
else.
we're to the, well, I'm thinking like we're adding jewelry almost weekly with the style
Yeah,
drops. And you think
yes.
it's funny because when with other, I know with the direct sales company I came from, there was a monthly special. That was it. That was the new thing. Everything else was the same. And then there would be 2 campaigns a year, like a spring, summer, fall, winter. But with Park Lane, you could go to a party on a Monday and literally go to another party the next Monday and see different jewelry because
Yes.
new things have come out
Yes,
in
and
that
that's
week's time.
so key in today's world. That is so key, and on the online sales, super key. People are in your jewelry VIP group. They want to see
Oh
new
yeah.
stuff all the time, you know. So yeah, it's phenomenal. They do an absolutely superior job. They've been around since 1955. They're cash rich and they're debt free. And given everything that we just said, they don't even have minimums. This
There you
is
go.
they feel very strongly that this is our business and that it's not our business if we don't get to make those decisions. So there's no monthly quota, there's no weekly quota. We never lose our title. Once we've attained a certain title or a certain profit plane, we never go backwards. And this is all super great stuff because when we go back to the very first question you asked me, which is why direct sales? Well,
Yeah.
why do we want direct sales? Flexibility, running our own business with none of the risk. That's all of the things that Park Lane truly offers us that my other company did not.
Yeah, it's
There
definitely
definitely were, there
definitely.
definitely were like monthly quotas and stuff, or boom, start all over.
Oh, huge. And then, like you mentioned in the beginning, like you and your husband, you don't know that you would have wanted to outlay that type of money to start a business. That's truly entrepreneurial when you think about it, because you're taking that risk. Park Lane is taking the risk for you
Yes.
here. They're
And we
taking the risk.
never would have been brave enough. we never would have been brave enough. Now I would,
Sure.
because I know what this is capable of. But like if someone said you have to quit your other job and now do this job, most opportunities do involve giving something else up. And I loved with direct sales, like when people say to me, well, I already have a job. You've heard me because you laugh. I always go, well, good. Because
Because we don't want you to do that. We want you to
I
build.
never
And
would have had the courage to try. But you know, with the way we lay it out, it gives every person in the whole entire universe it should give them the courage and the security to just try it. There's nothing to lose, you know? So
I
yeah.
always feel like there's just, I mean, with Park Lane, in my opinion, there's no hidden costs, there's no hidden fees, and there's no hidden gimmicks. I mean,
Nope.
nothing is hidden. We're here to help you. We're here to train you and develop you, and we're here to help you become what you want to become with this industry.
Yeah.
So I find it just fascinating. So listen, I know how you answer this one, but I'm going to ask it in this way because I think any time of the year is a great time. But why is now an important time to join? Like, what if somebody's watching this thinking, well, I'll wait till Christmas, or you know, they always have an answer. Why now?
Well, okay, so first of all, like if someone said that you could run in this race and the prize was going to be, $1 million, and starting now, you could start whenever you wanted to. Would you say I'll wait till Christmas? No. So like now is always the time. The sooner that you're in, like people would literally, I mean, I say to you, anybody that, well, how soon do you want to start making money? Do you want to make money next week? Then let's start now, right? Successful people don't do a bunch of what ifs. Successful people don't, wait till the perfect timing. Like, forget it. So now is always the time. First of all, why you got that little excited feeling in your stomach? You know, you have it, you guys. Every single one of you that's listening has it a little bit. Don't talk yourself out of that. There's nothing to lose. You're going to come out ahead no matter what. Not you always come out ahead with Park Lane. It's Park Lane that's taken the risk. So normally for $129, they offer you the ability to pick $500 worth of jewelry. Right now it's $600. Yep. So that's why right now is a really great time. Now for an average Joe off the street, if I said you can get $600 worth of jewelry for $129, that's a great deal, much less to start your business. But that $129, not only is it a business write-off, it also includes everything that you need to get your business going. So your own personal website, access to Park Lane's back office, they pay all the credit card fees and stuff. There's no hidden costs, like we said. All of that is right there on the table, done when you do that $129. Now, when I say there's absolutely no risk and really no cost, there really isn't, you guys. We're not allowed to say that because you do have to do the $129.
Right.
However, the way that you start your business is by having what we call a promotional party. So how else is everybody else going to know that you're in the jewelry business now? And I would rather have somebody else tell everybody than me having to tell my closest friends and family, right? So like if Janine had been the one to invite me to this call, Janine would come in and she would do a show for me. It might be in person. It would be whatever the two of us decided. It might be online, but Janine would do a show and Janine would do all of the work. Sorry, Janine. Janine would do all of the work. She would show all the jewelry. The only difference between how Janine usually does a show is she'd be sure to let everybody know that I was their new jewelry lady. And then every single order, instead of going under her, would go under me. So I'm getting a paycheck that very night. We get paid every single week. So if I did that, like you should do that, then by next week I'd have my $129 plus back in my bank account. So it truly is a no risk, no cost startup because you're going to get paid back for all that immediately. Not only that, you guys, but you're the host of your own show. So you get everything that goes with that too. I couldn't believe that when they told me that. I go, wait, I get the host benefits and the $600 in jewelry and the paycheck. It's like crazy. Yeah. So you're going to come out of this ahead no matter what. And now is the time. We're at a seasonal cusp too. I could come up with why now is the time for everything because truly jewelry is so even, Steven, like wonderful all the time. You tried to sell a candle in the summer, but we'll come back to that. But anyway, so it's just wonderful all of the time. But like whenever you're right at a season change, so we're right now there's rolling out all the fall trends and outfits out and stuff, and kids are just going back to school, and teachers are just going back to work. People are just taking off their t-shirts, putting on their sweaters, doing transition office outfits, whatever. That is always an amazing time to start. So we just dropped a new line in July, which was only a month ago, and we have a the fall capsule coming out sometime in September. So yeah, this is a great time to join.
Super excited. Well, listen, Mary Grace, we took 25 minutes of these ladies and gentlemen's time, but thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you to everybody who commented. Make sure if you caught this live that you left us a message. There is going to be a Google form that is actually, I'm going to go ahead and share it in the chat right now for everyone, but it's also shared in the description, and it's up in the featured section of the Grace and Grit Studio page, as well as the Grace and Grit Studio group. Mary Grace, thank you so much for your time tonight. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. And you guys, if you jump, we'll catch you. We have people here with programs in place on how to show you what to do once you get started. So it's really fun, and we're ready for you. Hope you join us. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.